Okay, I'm going to try to get through this without crying, but I am a Capshaw, so it's unlikely. Okay. It's spring of 1973, New Mexico State Jazz Contest. Let's see, can we get through the first sentence? The audience, consisting mostly of Mexico State students, pays only minimal attention to this middle school band from El Paso. As music majors, these students are required to attend. The young director of this band sets up the stage, wiping the moisture from his fairly shiny head, devoid of most of its hair. The band plays and the audience wakes up. The next El Paso band comes on. Their young, svelte director with well-coiffed hair sets the stage, looking just about as preoccupied as the previous director. The band plays. The audience starts to forget about the recital attendance requirement. Yet a third El Paso band comes on with yet another good-looking, preoccupied director. The band plays, the audience is starting to get it. The El Paso Middle School jazz bands are hot. They're in a different league than everybody else at any age at that festival. Afterwards, while hanging out at the music building, many of those know-it-all but not really music ed majors notice that the three directors are hanging out with each other, not looking preoccupied at all. In fact, they seem like college kids themselves. This phenomenon takes place for several years. It quickly becomes the highlight of the spring semester for many of those future band directors, for the very simple reason that at least one of those ignorant New Mexico State kids figured out right away that those El Paso directors knew what was going on. Flash forward to a Monday in May 1976. EPISD is having its concert band contest that week, and that still ignorant New Mexico State kid is visiting Henderson Middle School as Kenny Capshaw prepares them for contest. The piece is Rhapsodic Episode. Sitting in the back of the band room, the New Mexico State kid watches, takes note, and wonders what his fiancée will say if he tells her that he's changing majors 2 weeks before graduation. Mr. Capshaw is demanding excellence from these kids, and they're producing. They're perfecting things that the New Mexico State kid can't even recognize. After the rehearsal, the girls are hugging Mr. Capshaw, the guys are high-fiving him. The New Mexico State kid is thinking that he better consider a career flipping hamburgers or delivering newspapers. About 15 months later, this New Mexico State kid, do you know who it is? Mr. Dan Black, gets the rare and totally unjustified blessing of following Kenny Capshaw Moorhead. He says, for the next 14 years, Kenny Capshaw continued to be one of the people who most influenced my career. I called on him countless times, whether it was advice on a band teaching technique or a joke to lighten the situation, or helping with sectionals, or finding a great deal for a deserving kid. Kenny was always there. He continued to be a major help and influence even after I left El Paso. There's something magical about the Coronado Music Program. It may have started with Mr. Robeson. Mr. Lambrick's 30-plus years certainly have had a permanent impact. Ida Capshaw Stedman has created an orchestra legacy that is second to none, literally. There's not an orchestra anywhere in the state or the country that can touch the Coronado Symphonic Orchestra. Mr. Capshaw has built upon what his predecessor started, and now it's up to you, the students, and his successor to see to it that the magic continues. This is perhaps the greatest tribute that you can pay Mr. Capshaw, to guarantee that the Coronado Band keeps setting the standard for the rest of the city. Kenny Capshaw is a role model as a teacher of any subject. He's a role model for all music educators, whether they teach band, orchestra, choir, elementary, or college. As a trumpet teacher, he is second to none. He is a consummate ethical businessman. He is who he is because he cares about people first. He takes care of his students. He's like a father to them. He is not so simply a role model for every one of us. He's not just my hero, he's everybody's hero. All of our lives are better. The world is better because Kenny's in it.
Okay, no, not yet, I don't think. Maybe. I think I'm getting a little off script, I'm not sure. But is there someone here in the house from Congressman Reyes' office? I understood someone was going to be. Leland, where are you? Where's Mr. Eckery? Where, do you have something that you're supposed to bring up? Mr. Ortega, is this, am I not doing this the way I'm supposed to be doing it? We really didn't have a script, that's the whole problem. You got me? Okay, thank you. You guys want to do this? Okay. I'm going to let you take it from here.
We had been talking again, just to, you know, we had a former Fernanda, who's a former band student and was working with Mr. Sylvester Reyes, and she contacted us, and we had talked about getting some kind of congressional recognition for Mr. Capshaw and all of his time here at Coronado, and just being incredible, just a beacon of light for students of music here at Coronado. So the House of Representatives have given this Congressional Record in honor of Mr. Kenneth Capshaw, Coronado High School Band Director. The Honorable Sylvester Reyes of Texas and the House of Representatives hereby recognize Mr. Capshaw and thank him for the many years he has spent educating our children and making beautiful music for our community. And I wish him and his wife the best of luck in retirement. God bless you, Mr. Capshaw.